why is it like that again? Interesting.
Oh, a picture is a reel?
Hello. Give me one moment. One moment. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. Let me see. Okay, yes, I can see. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning. Trusting your process. That is the coolest name ever. um, Happy Friday. It's Friday. Today is I'm going to be focusing on cutting out the packs for So Magical. So I have the interfacing all on all the bags. I use Shapeflex 101 because I had a lot of it in my stash, like a lot. So I'm going to be cutting out all the project packs and getting those organized for Florida. I mean, not Florida, Texas. And I will be going live after this to show what you need to bring if you're going into the class. Um, I can't show the pattern pieces because that is they're pattern pieces. They're owned by Sarah Lawson. I don't want to um, disrupt her work or any way, shape, or form. There's always good morning from San Diego. There's always yes, you need to get permission. Even I think it should be just a given because it's somebody else's design, it's somebody else's creation, and asking them it's like twofold. One, you're getting permission and their authorization and they're okay. And also it's kind of letting them know that you see their work and it's kind of flattering that you want to um make a blog, vlog, or a tutorial out of it. Sarah Lawson has tons of tutorial. All of her bags have a tutorial, and I will link the persimmon tutorial that she does have available. It's a free pattern, but you don't show pattern pieces online. Online, it's just that's the tutorial person's given. We know we're not supposed to because there are some people that are geniuses that can see a piece and recreate it. That's the whole thing. Like there's some people like if you ever talk to Samantha, Mrs. H, she can see things and she can deconstruct a bag immediately because that's how her brain works. It works like with puzzles. Similar to me, if I could, that's why I like modifying because as soon as I see a bag, I know what I need to do to break it down to be what I want it to be. Um, so there's people like that can do it. But see, like Samantha and myself, we would have no ill intentions to try to copy, duplicate, or create somebody else's work. But out of respect, you don't show the pieces. But I will show the whole entire kit. The only thing I'm missing from the kit is my stickers. I ordered stickers because Dalva is a she's a gem. She was like, hey, maybe get some swag. So I did purchase some swag. They're just stickers. They're supposed to be holographic. Um, They're supposed to be like holographic, and I'm waiting for them. They will be here no later than the 7th, according to the good morning, according to the sticker people. So I'm really excited about that actually, because this is That's so Nova. I was talking to my friend Christina, and it's really interesting. Um, she was helping me with a project for Patreon, and she was like, oh, okay, we need to have your symbol on there. And I'm like, I automatically sent her Nova's Knits. If you're not aware, Nova's Knits is my bag making business where I do commission or I sell the bags that I make when I go to conventions, bazaars, shows, whatever. It's Nova's Knits. I'm Nova, and I know how to knit. My abuelita showed me how to knit when I was young, and when I would have my projects everywhere, she'd be like, Nova, get your knits. So Nova's Knits. Um, yeah. I learned a lot from her. I learned how to, do crocheting, sewing, hemming, tailoring, quilting, making curtains. The only thing I never got to work with her on, and I knew she knew how to do, was upholstery. That's always been a topic that I wanted to, not a topic, a subject and a skill set that I want, because people that can upholstery, oh gosh, they're amazing. And the crazy thing is, I know so many people, like people that do it for cars, boats, and I haven't like asked if they can teach me, because I know it will be very tedious, because teaching someone that's like 18 that's never sewn a day in their life a new skill set is easier than someone that knows several different skill sets and that are stuck in their own ways. They like it is what it is. So I hopefully in 2024 I can learn some upholstery, and I also like to learn how to make like leather boots and stuff like that on a sewing machine. Just cuz. Okay. Um yeah, I will be cutting out all day, um, cutting out and putting together the pack. But I will be, after this live, I will go live, I believe, at 11 o'clock to show what the pack looks like. So, um, yeah, I'll be going to show what the pack looks like and show you what it fully has in it. And I'm really excited. I'm just super excited because I was able also to get the Westcott rollers. If you watch my YouTube tutorials, you know that I love Westcott rollers because each one of their boxes have 1/8 of an inch, um, have 1/8 of an inch tick marks, and so it just makes my life a whole lot easier. When they're like 3/8 of an inch, I'll be like 3 boxes. 5/8 inch, 5 boxes. Just, I don't know. It's very simplistic, and it like changed my perspective on everything measuring, because it just was so easy. So there'll be like 6-inch little rulers in there, and I'm just really excited. I put double zipper pulls on all the zippers already, so that way you can have a really good, like, your bag will open up fully, but one side won't look a little wonky because you had the zipper tape open the whole time. um, I'm going to be using by Annie Soft and Stable foam. I will be typing up a list of everything I got, and then I'll make copies and put it in there. And then what I like is how I put my patterns together is I put them in little plastic envelope bags, and I was able to get enough for everyone in the class to get that. So you have everything you need in your little envelope bag. So I'm really excited. I really love the print that I went with. Okay, so if you're not aware, 2023 is a year of like maroon, and this is called Chaos and Sangria. I don't know, like the name alone and the print is just so lovely. I bought this from Stitch Supply Co., and it's an Andover fabric. And then I have a nice, lovely, deep purple maroonish color for the lining. And then the oil skin is also a magenta color. Well, not maroon. Yeah, magenta is the year color. Sorry. A magenta color. And then we have like purple-ish, maroonish color zippers with antique zipper pulls on it, size 3. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited about it. So that's what I'm planning on to doing today. After I'm done cutting that out, I'm going to try to cut out all my projects that I want to do for Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be filming on Saturday night and Sunday night. Hopefully, I can film. and then start to work on my filming for Monday and Tuesday for the first part of Patreon. Right now, if you're on Patreon, we're casting the votes. If there's another bag that you would like to modify, please put it in the comment section. I can add it to the poll. There's some really interesting ones. People came up with some really cool ideas, like really amazing ideas. And I'm really excited because I'm excited for all of them, but now I just want to do like deconstruct them one by one. So that's happening. Um, it's like less than almost 2 weeks before I go. So I'm gonna try to contact a couple people that are there to see if I can get interviews and like reference to like their skill sets. Um, my setup for well, my conventions. Good morning. Yeah, I still feel froggy. My voice, I'm not fully recovered. For conventions, it's kind of hard to do my setup for that because it's usually just myself and one of my daughters, and we're putting together everything. You can see if you go to my Instagram like the like pictures of like the full thing, but unfortunately, it's just myself. There's sometimes when I do conventions just by myself, so there's no way to actually like film it for me. Um, there with the conventions, the thing I could have, someone told me when I started to do it, it's a live and learn process. You have to figure out what your brand is and what your style is, and then you build from there. I wanted mine to feel like a geeky chic boutique because I sew geeky stuff. That's what I love to do. So I'm that Lord of the Ring, House of Dragons, Gordon Games of Thrones. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons. Have a half of my wardrobe. Like Kendall was laughing because I was starting to pack for the theme. I think I have one shirt in there that is non geeky. So that's my MO. I love sci-fi. I love anything with your imagination. So when I put mine together, I have like whimsical lights. I have anything that can help display my like the geeky style. I'll have like cute little quotes and things all over my thing. It goes with it. Like it depends. Like there's some people that I go to craft shows with, and they have more like very sophisticated, and they have all their stuff in pretty bins with like flowers covering over the bins, and it depends on what your style is, and you grow. Oh yeah, no, you go into my one of the very first videos I have on YouTube is Welcome to Shinova's Room. That's one of the very first. It has changed a little bit, and it looks like chaos exuded. Like, oh man, it looks like Edward Scissorhands was going to town up in here. I plan on fully cleaning it up after the convention. I've just been like between testing and orders, I've been like swamped. So yeah, there's some serious deep cleaning. I need Monica. So and possibly Hope. Hope is really good at like organizing everything. So yeah, that was one of my first one. You'll the how you recognize it is when you come into my room, you see the door knockers from Labyrinth. Yeah, I love Labyrinth. I love that movie with all my heart. My dream goal cosplay dress is her wedding dress. I have I man, I have such a huge crush on David Bowie. I know he's gone, and I literally cried when he left because I was like, we were supposed to meet. Yeah, so that's my all-time favorite movie. I have a different favorite movies in different categories. My favorite animated movie is Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, and my favorite book is if oh you can't see it up here, The Name of the Wind. I have this really cool copy of it. Hold on. I like steampunk too, but look at this. Isn't that beautiful? This Quoth is like sometimes when I'm stuck in something, I'll be like, what would Quoth do? He's one of my favorite characters. Just like Arya Stark is not only my favorite character in TV, but also in the books. She's kind of badass. Oh yeah, I love steampunk. My first trunk that I made was all steampunk. It's one of my favorite. Man, I love when things cross over. I have like a steampunk Who apron. Um, I love everything nerdy pretty much. It takes a lot for me not to like something. Oh, like, oh my gosh, let's talk about Velma. I was like, yes, Mindy. I love the Mindy show. I love The Office. I was like, she's gonna nail it. I couldn't even watch 5 minutes of it. It was like they were trying to provoke instead of being provoking. And I love children, I mean adult cartoons. Like I like American Dad. I like Family Guy. I love Archer. Archer is hilarious. Whenever I'm sad, there's certain seasons I'll put on of Archer and I would just die laughing. Like Archer's hilarious, but like Velma was garbage. It is straight up, and it had all these talented people in it. It is garbage. I'm sorry, HBO, don't come for me. but I was really like, yeah, I want to watch. Within five, I was like, I can't watch this. What is this? Hot garbage. Don't. I'm telling you, it will mess you up. And I was like looking for Scooby Doo. Google it. You're gonna be like, what? I liked the fact that they made all the characters like different races and different nationalities. I was like, this is really cool. I was really hoping because like Velma's cool. I kind of liked her. And if you watched the Supernatural, the Scooby Natural is hilarious. And Velma was like low key like a little player pimp. And I was like, this could happen. This I can see this happening. No, really disappointed. It takes a lot for me to watch a TV series too, because most of the TV series are based off of books, and I just like to read. But yeah, I was disappointed. But the thing is I know they always try to reboot Scooby Doo, and it's not always a success. That's why it's always continuously being rebooted. But I really thought we would get like some cool stuff because it was different than when you see Scooby Doo as a kid. Oh, it wasn't a ghost; it was Mister blah 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 in a ghost suit like continuously every episode. So I was like, cool, we might actually get like death and mystery. And I was like, ready. No, you don't get any of that. So, but I have been watching the Mayfair Witches. I read the book and I was curious if they were going to go there. No, it's actually pretty good. It's so different from the book. It's actually pretty good because the book is like wrong, like so wrong that you sit there and you think about what you just read. Like there's so many, and Anne Rice has this way of writing that something so horrible, like the worst imagination thing you can imagine can happen. And then she can kind of like go a couple chapters and you forget. And then when you're done with the book, you think of it as a whole and you're like, what did I just read? So, yeah, because Teresa, there's a reason why the books are I don't know how those books got published. Like I read them, I didn't read them as I read Interview with the Vampire as for kids because aging myself, Queen of the Dam came out and I watched Queen of the Dam and I know it wasn't like really riveting to everybody, but I loved Aaliyah. So I wanted to see her last movie, so I went and watched Queen of the Dam. And it wasn't bad to me. I still watched it. I don't see what people didn't like. So I was like, let me read the books. I understand. Lestat is a very complicated character and there's like a billion books. We got thrown in not even in the first book of Lestat. Like they kind of like Mod Podge some stuff together and it wasn't as whatever. Like so the thing is in the vampire Anne Rice world, I expect the vampires to do untoward things. Like I expect it. They're vampires, right? Mayfair Witches was weird. And then when they actually collide in like 2 or 3 books between Lestat and Mayfair Witches, it's interesting. Dude, I sew every day. There's very rare. I'll sometimes do a cut day, but I wind up sewing. I sew every day. If I can't sew, there's a there's a chat where Kindle's chatting with you guys. And I'm sitting right there. I didn't sew for 2 days, and I think I was going through withdrawals. Like Loki, I don't know. I sew every single day. Every single day. So if I have to cut out something, I'll usually cut out things in the morning, or also Kindle will cut things out for me if I ask him to. He's really sweet. Like he interfaced all the fabric for me to cut out today. So that's like one less job I have to do. He like got the full 4 yards and then like used like cut out all the interfacing and did it steam and everything. I was like, oh, he's so awesome. Yeah, I try to do the cut when the kids are in summer and they don't have like summer school. I'll cut during the day and I'll sew at night. Good morning. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I actually cried when she passed because like she's very you may not agree with her period. She does know how to write though. She kind of like have you guys seen Mr. Ballin on YouTube? I think everybody has seen him. He's like one of my favorite storytellers because you heard these stories, most of his stories you've heard before, but the way he puts it in, the way like he tells it, you're like, holy crap, you can like read me the phone book and I would think it would be riveting. You're amazing. That's Anne Rice. But like Mr. Ballin is like PG. He doesn't say any bad words or anything. He's actually really funny. But that's Anne Rice to me. Anne Rice is like, I would have liked to meet her to ask her so many questions, even though she probably heard them all before. Yeah, Mr. Ballin is amazing. Like I love the way he tells stories. I love true crime. I keep on saying I want to do an episode here where I we sew and talk about true crime, but not like murder. Like, do you believe this kind of story exists? Like having like La Llorona or something Bloody Mary or something like that, where it doesn't. There's no actual death, but is this truth or fiction kind of scenario? Because I love true crime and all things mysteries. I.e., why I wanted to watch Velma. Yeah, I blame it on Scooby Doo. I've always wanted to like. I think I would be a good detective, and even if, and I know you want to be a detective if you watch Supernatural. Yes, they have a hunting business, but they have to do detective work to figure out what they're fighting. It's very Scooby Doo, and I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan, and all that. So I was like, oh, I want to do one episode where, like one thing where I'm sewing something cool that you would that relates to the mystery that I'm telling. There's like so many cool stuff. Like Coco Chanel, dude. We could talk about Coco Chanel and Hugo Boss. All these names that we love. Like, did you know Chanel number 5? The reason why it's named that because it was just like the 5th time they were trying to come out with the perfume. Like it was the 5th attempt. It's literally named number 5 because number 5 their 5th attempt smelled so well that that's what they named it. That busted my bubble. I just wanted to bust yours too. I was like, what? Not like 5 kids or 5 workers. 5 times you tried, and the 5th time was a charm. But yeah, there's a lot about Coco Chanel that I know. I have a really nice painting of her on the opposite of the wall from Brit Stitch. Oh God, she has a very complicated, interesting story that when I read one of the books biographies from her and I was like interesting. Like Hugo Boss has an interesting one. He's garbage. um so like it's I don't know. I watch Fashion Week. I do all that. I like designers and stuff too. Oh no. No, okay, it could be because my kids are older, but even when they're not there, when they're here during the summer, I'm upstairs. I'm cutting out bags. And I'm making lunch, I'm making dinner and talking to them, trying to multitask and watch TV and not cut my hand. And I'll bring my Bernina upstairs and I'll sew while I'm watching and talking with them. Or they play outside and like I have the window and I'm sewing. Um, that's why I'm always adamant that a lot of stuff can be made on a domestic because anything that you see from June to September is probably made on my Bernina upstairs. And it's 1008. That bad boy is amazing. You just gotta oil her and she's amazing. She's incredibly expensive still. It's the most hilarious thing. The last time they made that particular model was in 1990, and people sell these machines on eBay for like in Etsy for like 1,300. Um, well, the it depends. Like cutting when I'm testing takes the longest time. That could take me like 2 hours. But like if it's like for things I make on a constant, like the Erica Bowler bag, I have templates, so it becomes like a breeze. But even if you don't have templates, Erica Bowler bag is like 10 pieces. That's it. So, and it doesn't have a whole lot of interfacing. So, it all depends on what I'm sewing. If I'm doing like a by Annie and I'm quilting and stuff like that, I'm upstairs with my Bernina or my Rocketeer quilting, and that takes a long time. But I don't know. You gotta find your like rhythm with it. Like, I don't know. I can cut out one or two bags and sew one, or if worst case scenario, if I cut out a lot and I still have that sewing itch, I'll make a thank you gift and put it into the thank you box. So that way, when I send out orders, I can pick out like something for a thank you gift and throw it in there. Multitasking. It's my thing. I like to send thank you gifts. It just, I don't know. I always like them. Well, like there's not a whole like I have done two by any videos, and you can choose how you quilt. I did the project bag, the pieces for everything, and easy go it, easy does it. Oh yeah, I love doing thank you gifts. Well, because they're shopping with a small business, they're not going for a big box chain, and it just I appreciate them, you know, picking me. Yeah, laminating patterns helps too. I like to laminate. What I like to laminate, it's right behind me too. You can see. I'll laminate certain pages to different patterns that I just need to know the measurements or the zippers, or like there will be a special pattern piece, and I'll laminate it and put it right behind me. So I'm a laminator too. But I like to also laminate the checklist, because then I can use like one of the kids' markers that they don't use and just check off and then just wipe it down. Or you can use an erasable marker or whatever, and I just wipe it down afterwards. That's one of my things, because I always miss a piece. Like I literally say it in almost every video. It's not a video if I'm not getting up from the table, but like, man, I forgot a piece. Yeah, mega. Holy man. You're so lucky. I want to play with the laser cutter, but I'm me being as clumsy as I am, you'll hear me like having my hand wrapped up. So what happened was it just yeah, those Berninas like I'm lucky enough that my friend Christina has an extra machine for me to use for the class that we're taking, and so magical, because I was like, I don't know if it's I don't want to put it in, it won't, it's too heavy to go on a carry-on, and then I would be afraid of to checking it in because I feel like it would get jostled so much. I don't have the original. I have the hard case. It doesn't have the rest. I do have a um I made the So Sweetness case that has like all the foam, but the measurements are bigger than some airlines carry on. Um, I love that thing though, because I put my actual machine in there, and put it underneath this coffee table, and it has really beautiful flowers. So no one knows what it is inside the underneath the coffee table. But yeah, I was like, it's gonna get jostled and the timing's gonna get off, and I'm gonna be really mad because I've never had to take this machine to get service because I've serviced it myself. Yeah, I know. I'm this close. I'm going to ask Christina if I can mail her all my kits, because at this point, I was going to put all 40 kits inside either my carry-on and my personal bag, because I'm so afraid that my check bag will just like disappeared. 1008, I believe that's what it is. I have, yeah, it's a good machine. It's a very good machine. I love that little sucker. I like the Rocketeer, but I like it better for quilting, but I explain why, because the Rocketeer doesn't have a perfect stitch. It slightly goes to one side. I don't know, and it intrigues me because it kind of looks like a, if you look really closely, like from afar, it looks like a perfect straight line. When you get up close, it kind of gives it a feathering effect. So I love it when I'm quilting because it just adds that extra layer of interesting texture and contrasting. I'm going to be doing another by Annie pattern hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I love the quilting aspect. I want to make a place for everything for myself, so that when I go to these conventions, I have everything I need in one little container because I'm going to be bringing a jig, a Genoma jig, and like heating tools and turning tools and whatever I need for the classes I go to. Someone needs to come out with like a Notion kit. No problem. Yeah, just and I'm not the best. So I like the only thing I could do to help save time is I like if I like when I have Sofuse Plus or Decaville Light or whatever I'm using, interface some interfacings don't shrink as bad as the other. Like ShapeFlex 101 shrinks a lot, but like the Sofuse shrinks little. So I'll steam my fabrics and I'll put the interfacing onto the fabric like backwards, and that's how I line everything up, and then I'll cut it out. Or I'll block fuse like if I have like a big order, like I need 20 dumplings or something like that, then I'll just block fuse to save time. I've seen it, but I have not made any of Salty So's makes yet. Um I definitely want to. There's so many designers. I'm trying to, venture out a little bit more for newer designers. Yeah, I'm trying to venture out. There's a couple designers that I'm definitely working with to do a video for or whatever. So yeah, I want to try a lot of different ones. I don't know if anyone else gets stuff from Handmade Space, but they have a lot of physical patterns and I always buy some and I'm like, I maybe want to do a pattern with it, but I'm not too sure if they're only physical. So then I'm like, okay, go research it, and then I forget and I don't research it. Um, but yeah, I love paper patterns. Yes. That should be coming. It was supposed to come today. My box for Country Cow is supposed to come today, but it actually is coming tomorrow. Either way, it's amazing. She shipped these from UPS like on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm getting it either today or tomorrow. And I will ask Joe if I can do a tutorial on it because I love the her fabric for that bag. That wall is so cute. I'm just glad I have it because I wanted to make one. I wanted to make one for my wallet for So Magical. This is the wallet I normally have. It's the Triskel from Sonar. You need to get this. She has an exclusive video for it. Oh, it is so amazing. So like you have your D rings where you can have it like be a clutch. Let me hide my credit cards. You have your ID, you have your center, you have cash pocket, and it uses very minimal stabilizer, has to use non-fray. I've had this wallet for like 2 years and it still looks brand new. And let me tell you, I am the most destructive person with everything. Yes, this is my wallet. I love this wallet. This wallet gets a lot of attention, and then what happens is people are like, "Oh, I want you to make me one." And it comes together quite easily because it's not super detailed. Um it's beautiful. Like Sonar has a way of making some like the simplistically lush patterns. Like I put her in the same category from Anne from Noodlehead. It's like something organically beautiful about their patterns. It just feels like something you would wear every single day, but also my hair is flowing in the wind and I have a sundress and I have a hat. I don't know why, but that's what I feel when I make one of her patterns. Just so you know, that's why I pick things. I feel that way. I feel like when I wear Aura Rosa, I feel like I'm supposed to be going to a gala. That I'm going to a gala, and again, I have a dress that flows, and my hair's flowing, and I have a hat, and everything. I have a hat, just so you know. But I'm not wearing it on my head. It's just all the wind, like when they have like My Little Pony in their hair's in the wind. That's what happens. Or Shiro and her hair would just like wave. I don't know how to get that, but that's goals. That's definitely goals. So that is my plan. But yeah, I just went, I just got coffee. And I went, and this is what it slips into your like little like kangaroo pouch for your hoodies real quick. And it's a great pattern. She has an exclusive video that the link is in the pattern. She explains some so well, and she's hilarious. Like every time I listen to her like videos, I'm like, I didn't catch that the first time. She's funny. She's like low key funny. Definitely, if you don't have that pattern, get it. It is a sell. I've sold like 4 of those, and it was the 4 that I sold were me going to Target or me going to CVS and me opening my wallet. And they're like, "Where'd you get your wallet? I never had a wallet like that." Yeah, then you make that wallet and do it in cork. I haven't done it in vinyl. I've only done it in cork. Yeah, only in cork. But then I also do. There's like cool little tips I use from the NCW to help like certain areas, and it's pretty cool. It doesn't need a lot of interfacing. There's like 3 spots, and it's not a lot of fabric or material you need, so it's really cool wallet. Yes, yes. I got some cork too. I just bought some. I got this from Sarah. I have an order, but I wanted to try a different color. Look at this green. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. No clue. I always buy her her dark green and her chocolate because I like those 2 together. But I was like, I want to get this green. So I got it. Isn't that pretty? It's very pastel. I just don't know what I'm going to use it for. So half the things I have in my stash are, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but I bought it. Thank you. You know what's funny? So I bought this beautiful faux suede from my handmade space, and I bought it before, so I thought I put black in my cart. No. I put green moss. So I was like, oh man. Okay, I make a lot of Hobbit bags, so it'll work out. I did a tester. The tester for Ora Rosa I made a sample with. That green moss faux suede is life. Holy moly. That was the best happy accident ever. I was like, what? Come through, green moss. And you'll see it. You'll hopefully, I think Ora Rosa's pattern hopefully is coming out on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. The earlier part of the week. I'll show it to you guys. I'm not even lying. When you see it, I'm going to hurry up and buy more of it for myself, and then I'm going to show it to you guys. And you are going to be like, I'm going to buy it. It's amazing. It looks like faux suede. I'm like, oh my God, I know. And then also, Ora Rosa's pattern, I made it yesterday. First of all, it's really fast. It's like one of her fastest patterns. Second of all, it looks like it would take you 12 million hours, and it doesn't. Third, it doesn't use a lot of fabric. You know how like you get the 18 by 54 inch? I have like almost all of the roll still. Like almost all of the roll. I was like, wait, what? This is amazing. She keeps showing sneaks. So if you're in her group, look at those sneaks. They're worth it. I promise you. All right. So I'm going to go stuff my face because I need to eat and drink the coffee and make one of these kits so I can show everybody what the kit looks like. So I will be back on in like 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. I hope everyone has a really good weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe and happy selling. Oh. It's not thick at all. Like I was actually worried because it was thin. It's not that thick. If they're faux suede for my handmade space, it's not that thin. It's thick. You will like it. See you guys real soon. Bye. Stuff my face. Stuff my face. Oh.